What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's been a while. We've been pretty busy adding features, playing a lot of 2K. As you can see from my screen here, just so you know, I'm not playing around. I put in about 334 hours. I know I'm not like uploading a lot of videos. I actually have gone back to streaming more on Twitch, so you can definitely follow me there with the link below. And I would appreciate it if you go ahead and follow and subscribe there. But yeah, we're going to get into some changes on the website, as well as covering what the Wild Gems set updates are looking like. You can see from here Will Richard, Brandon Ingram, Miles Bridges, also Ron Artest, and Jrue Holiday. Ron Artest historically has been a phenomenal defender. That card is very interesting for sure, but you know the deal with these, it's very difficult to get these cards just randomly, even though they get announced. Just the odds of pulling them, because they're part of the larger pool of cards, it's very difficult to put these and get these into the exchange. I just want to go over a couple of changes on the website. There have been a number of additions and like quality of life things that I have added to the stats modal, and we can actually pull in the Season 2 Wild Gems set for starters. We can really just kind of start with Brandon Ingram, so just kind of the changes right here. I've added more animations in here. We now have the moving step back, moving hesitation, moving spin, along to go with the moving behind the back, and then also added some filters. Just by default, it was loading in all 4,000 players for the dots. Just contextually, it just makes more sense to have a default filter that has it by position and by the tier. If you want to include other tiers, say you want to compare Brandon Ingram to some diamonds as well, you'll see the pool gets updated here. And again, like the player compare also works here. If you want to compare him with, say, you know, like Ron Artest or, you know, any of the other Season 2 Wild Gems, you can go into the theme here. It doesn't really show up the way that Streamlabs is capturing it, but in the little dialogue here, you'll see also player name. You can compare him to, say, like, oh, I don't know, Andre Kirilenko. So you'll see AK 6041, Metascore is 1.21, a little bit higher than Brandon Ingram's. And then it's going to have all of his stats in here. We kind of went over this in the previous video, but having all the animations in here as well is definitely very beneficial, and you can actually distinguish these by having colored dots. But yeah, go ahead and play around with that. We'll be referencing the website in the video. We'll kind of keep this one a little bit shorter side. Definitely not going to be a long video, but I really recommend just checking that out. And I find it really useful just kind of comparing players, especially. He looks like he just takes a bunch of Lakers players, so you can probably make a lot of MT flipping the Wild Gems there. And then also looks like some Raptors players. And probably some higher end players here. Yep, the pink diamond, some Pelicans as well. So very similar to the Kirilenko, how that's, you know, basically featured. But yeah, and then we have these other ones right here. We have Miles Bridges. This one's probably more reasonable. Looks like just any color for the Hornets players. Wild Gems Ruby, and then Amethyst Wild Gems. This one is pretty simple. I mean, in terms of like Miles Bridges, you can see down here, he has a 4851 Metascore. Generally, I like to play diamonds that are in the 50s. I mean, Miles Bridges is certainly not terrible in that regard. So you can actually do better comparisons here. So you have, say, like small forward, power forward. Let's just say, like, let's compare them to small forwards that are also diamonds here. There's 145 players that are basically in that category. And then let's look at Metascore, right? So Metascore is going to be higher. He's kind of like situated in the middle here, so not terribly great. And then maybe let's do like this. We'll do 3-point shot and then Metascore right here. And you can see the dots kind of move around. So you'll see the Metascore, you know, it's just generally going to be under 65 here. Billy Owens, he is probably breaking my model, but he is also very tall at the position as well. But Miles Bridges, you can see, just not very extraordinary. He's kind of clustered in the middle right here. There's just a lot better options in terms of players. I mean, Bruce Bowen is kind of the gold standard for players of that position. I mean, is he going to be better than Bruce Bowen? Not by a long shot. So just kind of a mid player. Don't really recommend it. And considering how many Wild Gems you have to lock in, it's not like a ton, but I will say, I mean, this is kind of worth pointing out as well, just bring this back up. I mean, in terms of like his animations, it's all the Miles Bridges animations on the shooting front. He's got the Allen Iverson escape move, De'Aaron Fox crossover, more AI stuff. And then I do like that they gave him Steph Curry moving step back, but I don't see people using moving step back a ton in online play. And I'm about to hopefully crack tier 1 in the next week or so. I'm currently in tier 2 hell. But yeah, that's how that looks. Again, nothing terribly exciting. If you like the Miles Bridges release, might be for you, but aside from that, I don't really think it's anything extraordinary. I was very excited to see that they dropped a Will Richard card in here. You can see he only takes 5 Warriors players, so might be kind of interesting. It's a new player for sure. In terms of his score, it's nothing impressive at all, 40.94. And, just to give you an idea, I would actually just kind of look at him as like a point guard, just purely. So 117 players. We can certainly like set the default here to I don't know, we can do like 3-point shot because that's kind of more sensible. Again, nothing terribly great. He's 6'3". In terms of animations, gave him the Josh Okogie upper and a Grant Williams lower base, Devin Booker dribbling style, Joel Embiid escape moves. And I don't know what that's like because I've got the PD Exchange Joel Embiid card, which I am enjoying very much. Steph Curry on the moving crossover, and Kyrie for the behind the back is very nice. So I do like that they gave him the Kyrie moving behind the back. Been busting that out quite a bit in the higher tier play. Darius Garland moving hesitations really good as well. But yeah, animations look pretty solid on this card, but just everything else is just kind of very blech. I mean, shooting wise, it's pretty much things in the 80s. Athletically, speed is good. Stamina's at 90. Inside scoring, you're not really going to count on that. Defensively, he's pretty solid. But again, it's like he's not really going to provide you anything that's elite. But the animations are definitely intriguing on that card. And then just kind of moving next, let's take a look at, let's see. I guess those are really only the exchange cards. So then it gets into the more premium stuff. And that is going to be guys like Ron Artest. You can see Ron Artest here in the PD section. There it is. He's had some really great cards. I use his Dark Matter card quite a bit in 25. Anybody that plays this card knows he's going to be elite defensively. You can just count on that right here. You can see perimeter defense is 98. I mean, he's just going to be a beast. 6'7", definitely we just play him at the 2. And then, he's got Challenger, Glove, a movable enforcer, Interceptor, off-ball pests, and these are just elite badges. I will say though, like 55.97 doesn't really move the needle for me too much, because there's diamonds that are just as good. I mean, if you were to add diamond in here even, it would make sense to just put maybe Metascore and then perimeter defense, and you'll see he's in there. So I mean, he's pretty elite on the defensive end. Gary Payton is the only guy at that position that is going to be better defensively and has a superior Metascore to Ron Artest. So if you had to pick, most likely Gary Payton is going to be like the guy. Up here, you'll see everybody is chasing the LeBron James Chills Festival card. I'm nowhere close to that. I was not going to be grinding offline for hours and hours. I'm an online player primarily. In 25, Pink Diamonds is just a little bit too rich for my blood. But so this is kind of the point I bring up, though, is like if you are one of these people that are chasing Chills Festival LeBron, probably doesn't really make a lot of sense to go after that Ron Artest. Not like you're going to anyway. I mean, he's probably going to fetch for like 1 million NT or something ridiculous like that. But that's just kind of how it is right now, man. Like, oh man, that Penny Hardaway is looking so good. Anyway, that's the Ron Artest card. You kind of know what you're getting with that one. Last but not least, we will look at this Jrue Holiday card, 57.79 on the Metascore at the point guard position. He is situated right there. Metascore 57.79. Three ball is a 90. If you were actually to go something like this, where Metascore, and again, perimeter defense at the point guard position, he's pretty much elite. This is actually the kind of player that would be great for online play because at 6'5" for the point guard, shooting guard position, in combination with his perimeter defense, and his Metascore, I mean, he is going to be a phenomenal elite point guard. And his three ball, I mean, that is a 93 ball. I mean, that is just, it is chef's kiss. I mean, the Brandon Ingram is pretty nice, but I would say this Jrue Holiday is probably very, very, very elite. If you have the opportunity to get that one, I would absolutely keep it. If you were to compare it to, say, like a Jason Kidd. Now, technically, Jason Kidd's Metascore is 1.2. But J Kidd is like an inch shorter than Jrue Holiday, which at the point guard position is meaningful. And if we just take a look at their differences for all of their stats, you'll see J Kidd is a little bit better on the shooting, athleticism, inside score. I mean, they're very similar cards. Defensively, you'll see it's just a little bit of a tick down for J Kidd compared to Jrue Holiday. Playmaking, J Kidd is just going to be better in that department. But then rebounding, Jason Kidd basically destroys Jrue Holiday in that regard, but he has 2 less badges than our friend Jrue Holiday. Going back to Jrue's stuff, though, basically they gave him all of his stuff on the shooting side of things and his dribble pull-up, moving crossover, the D'Angelo Russell moving behind the back, AI, moving step back, Chris Paul, and then moving hezzy, Kyrie, moving spin, LeBron, which I see pretty much everywhere. Really phenomenal card. I highly recommend that one as well. I would say that, like, really, it's the Will Richard animations are intriguing. The Jrue Holiday card is good. Definitely the Miles Bridges would absolutely pass on that. It's just very, very mid. But yeah, that's pretty much just wraps it up, guys. I'm gonna try to get into the habit of getting some more of the stuff out. But yeah, I've been just playing a ton of Showdown. You'll see 14 wins away from Tier 1. Got to get a lot of consecutive wins in a row, and anybody that plays online competitively, it is ultra sweaty out there. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe, like the video, and please check out the website. It's free to register. Would really appreciate it. Have a good one, y'all. Take it easy.